Hello, friends. Hello, hello. A happy hello to all of you. I have my light a little bit extra bright here. I'll try to step out of it a little bit. I am coming on live because I've had 3 different people request to see my vintage handmade tree. So I did a big thing about this on Instagram, and the one gal says, I'm not on Instagram and I hate that I missed it because I would love to see. So I'm gonna flip you around here and show you guys kind of what I did with my Instagram. I know that one of my posts, we came in here together and we looked at this tree really quickly, but like I said, I've had a couple, I had 2, and then I had this gal that was so sad that she didn't know how to do Instagram, and so I told her that not to worry, I would do a video. So hopefully they're all on here or be able to catch the replay here. But first of all, we'll start at the very tippy top of my tree, and I have this hat that I made. Now this hat was a paper mache hat, and I added all of the papers. I Mod Podged old book pages, and I used a little bit of glass glitter, and I added some old watch faces there, and then I did a bunch of muslin shreds. You guys know I muslin shred everything, and oh, I have to tell you, I even muslin shredded the ribbon on our packages this year. So there's another idea for muslin shreds for you guys. So a lot of these things were made in our group, which is ending at the end of the year. Not ending, but we're closing until spring. So anybody that's interested in learning how to make any of these things or any of the inspiration that I'm going to show you, message me or go to my website and jump into the membership for $15 a month. But a lot of this is that sort of thing here. So let me just show you some of the things. So we found this pocket watch, and I just added some seam binding and hung it on the tree. This is a wax mold that I found of a Santa that someone else had handmade, but I loved it. So I grabbed it. He's not gonna come up and let me show you. It's kind of hard to tell, but there, I'll just turn it to the side, but it's an old wax mold. I don't think it's old. The guy made it to look old. He has a really primitive store that used to be here, and it's moved up to Amish country now. There's an angel. There are bunches and bunches of hats that are on my website. These little pom-poms are just little short strips. I used dental floss. And let me show you from a distance here. So there's how long they are. I used dental floss. I used white pom-poms from Amazon and black pom-poms, and I tea stained the white pom-poms. And then what I like about it is instead of going round and around and around the tree, I can just do like little sections like that. So I have little sections of the pom-poms every here and again. All throughout the tree, there's another one there. Oh, and if you look at the very bottom, of course we'll work our way down, but there's those 2 scarves that I had on my dining room table. I've had them both at one time. Sometimes I've had just the white one. I think the last display was just the white one. But so I put those together for the tree skirt. So I use those scarves, and then if I ever want to, I can wear it. Like they're just regular scarves. Okay, so here's a little fella that we made with the puffy pipe cleaners. And we used just a piece of paper, cut out his face, the Santa face, and added a bell and some little buttons, and tied some seam binding for his shoes. Here's an old gauge that I added a bunch of old ribbon to. Here's an old clock face. There's an old rusty bell hanging off of a piece of old lace. Here's the cinnamon and sugar tea tin, and I bought that because it was the right colors for what I had going on here on my tree. And here's another one that I bought. I'm not sure I bought it at the same time, but it's a little bit more tattered. I don't even know. I'd have to have my glasses on to see what it says. But I just loved the look of it. So I added some lace to it and hung that on my tree. More hats. Here are Patricia's. You'll see a bunch of these tags from my friend Patricia Clayton here on page. And then here is paper mache. I made a whole bunch of these paper mache ornaments last year. Here is a spindle. I've got all kinds of spindles. Here's an old screwdriver. I just hot glued some ribbon to the side of an old screwdriver. There's several screwdrivers on here, actually. There's one of our snowflake ornaments that is online for sale. I know you guys have bought several of those. Here is a doorknob or a doorbell. I'm not exactly sure, but it is a off of a door. I know that. Let me see. What else do we have? Just more hats. Looks like more hats. Of course, there's a tee, a plaid tee for Tammy. There's more spindles here and here. They kind of blend in with the tree. Here's another little door knob. The doorknob would go here. This was for the key, and then I added a skeleton key to it. Let me see here. There's my little, of course, my mouse has nothing to do with anything other than he had a heart, and you know Tammy loves vintage, so it kind of worked. He was the right color, and I just thought he was a happy little addition to my tree. There is another clock face, so that's several clock faces. This is from a like an old wood boat, and they would screw this. It's an oar holder, so it's upside down, and then I added a rhinestone jewel to it. This we made in the group, just added a bunch of buttons and jewels, and there's some feathers on there and lace and ribbon, and made an ornament. Let me see, I think I showed you guys that already, and I've shown you the hat. So just now, we just finished in our group, and we made these sweet little baby Jesus little manger ornaments with the gold bells. So we just finished those. I haven't even posted the picture in the group yet. Every time I make a project, I always display it in my home and then show it to them displayed. Oftentimes I'll put it for you guys as well to see. This was a piece of porcelain that was buried, and they found it in England, as most of my stoneware is, and it was actually in perfect condition. There's a little bit of chipping on the threads there, but not much, and it was a toilet flusher, and I made a tassel out of it. I've shown you guys how to make tassels several times, and I love that because it's so unique. So that goes on my tree. Here's an N. This was another paper mache. It was a paper mache N. Here's a doorknob with the plate on it already. Oops, I just dropped something. And then I added a tassel to the bottom of that. More hats. My window's really. Here's another hat. I've got all kinds of hats on my tree. I love the hats. They are very time consuming. Oh, let's see, I have a hat up here. There's a little hat. Here's another little hat. Every one is different. The hats are very time consuming. And then another long spindle. Here's another watch face, and I added a key. Here's a spool of thread that I added a bunch of pretty things to the top. Another rusty antique old key there. This is a handmade pine cone that a lady had a booth full of them, and this was her only one in my colors, so of course I had to get it, and it was music, and I love that. This is another paper mache ornament. It weighs nothing, but I did a bunch of old pages, and there's a journal, and there's sheet music, and all kinds of stuff onto this. Painted the outside edges with the striping. Let's see, what's this? Oh, this is a plumb bob. It's a little plumb bob. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, here's another screwdriver. I knew I had one over here too, another screwdriver. And then here's another one of the porcelain pieces, and then made a tassel out of it. So that hangs on my tree. And this was one of Patricia's little plates or little tags that fell out. So I just tucked her tags in, like that one right there. So anyway, that is, oh, here's another. This one's so pretty. This is another sort of little ornament that I made with old buttons. I don't know why that's hanging on the back. That's too pretty to be on the back. but it is. But anyway, that's a pretty one too. Made that one at the same time that we made the solid one. The one was a hollowed out, and this one is solid. So anyway, there you go. That is a quick look at my vintage tree just in my office. I mean, my desk is right here beside, so whenever I'm working at the desk, I just get to enjoy my tree. And then as you leave here, you go that way towards my dining room and down the hall there to my kitchen. So give you guys a little bit of perspective of the house. I know that helps a lot to see that. I think it does me when I'm watching other people's videos. I really enjoy. I'm trying to reach my glasses here. I want to see if you have any questions. So let me, so that's the end. That's all I have for you guys to show you of my tree. I love it. I love it. It's a tall, skinny, it's probably a 6 foot. It's not super tall, but it's about a 6 foot tree, and it came from, that cord is for my light here for you guys. I have a light going so you guys can see, but it was just from Hobby Lobby. I got it last year, so it was 100 and something. I don't remember what. So I don't know if you guys want to look at me, or if you, you don't really want to look at me, but I don't know if you want to keep looking at the tree. Let's flip you around here. We'll let you see both, and I will read your questions and your comments and see if there are anybody. There's Margaret saying hello. Oh, Deborah, good. I'm glad you caught this. Good. I'm glad you got to see the tree. Hi, Becky. I'm glad it caught me live. Me too, Jenny. Hello, hello. I don't have Instagram either. Okay, Deborah. Well, I did like all of the different vignettes from the last probably, I don't know, 2 weeks, I'd say. I did a different one in depth, like I just did that. So they were really nice, saved in my highlights, which means if you type in Instagram and you go to Tammy Loves Vintage and you look down just below the, if you look right down below the little story about me, you'll see these circles, and it's in those circles. So you'll want to click on the circle, and then the circles just continue to the next and the next. So that's where you would find all of that. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. I love my tree. I'm so happy with it. I loved it last year, but I love it even more this year. I think every year you just add a little bit more, and I think that's what's been happening, so I like it even better. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. Hi, Tanya. Hello. Anybody got any questions for me? What part of Florida? I'm relocating in the spring. Oh, Karen, you're so lucky. Yes. I'm happy you girls are chatting with each other. Hopefully she answers you. Hello, Karen from Virginia. You love the gauge. Thank you, Tanya. Awesome treat. Well, thanks to you, Patricia. All of your little tags are on there. I hope you got to see those. They're all tucked on the tree. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I will see things that are broken in a whole new way. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Sarah. Yes, I just knew I wanted to make a vintage tree. I had been in a group last July with Tracy Bellion with Tracy's Fancy, and she was doing fancy trees. I don't remember what she called it, but every month we made something for a tree, and I made like that drop cloth tree skirt, and everyone was making all these colorful, beautiful things, and I made all vintage stuff. Thanks, Deborah. But you know, you have to do your style, right? So that's what I did. Thanks, Jenny. Yes, it's very different for sure. I do know that. There's my mom watching. Hi, Mom. You love the variety. Yes, Robin, it keeps it interesting, right? If you have the same bulbs over and over, I like to mix for sure. Oh, thank you. You like my curtains? I should show you the curtains. They are so pretty. Let me flip you around here. Let's see if we can get the curtains. So I hung them super high. They're almost to the ceiling. And then I made the valance come down just low enough that it hides the bottom of my, let's see, where are you? The bottom of, hides the top of my window, just that window casing there. You want to hide that. And then the panels come down. We added a big fat grosgrain ribbon right here. You can see the grosgrain ribbon, and then added tons of tulle at the bottom so that they're all, we put a black liner behind and then added a bunch of tulle. So those are the ribbons, or those are the curtains throughout my office there. So different for sure, very different, which is always what I'm after. So I let me see here. Where was I? No Instagram. Let's see, what is on top of the tree? Where was I? I'll get back to that one. Love everything. Did you make your curtains? Yes, we did. Let me see here. Oh, I must have already, or else they changed. I never really thought of using items like that. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. You need a tutorial on the hats, Bonnie. We did them in our group. We made several, the large and the small in the group. And yes, Bonnie, there we go. Did you make the curtains? Yes, that was Bonnie. What a lovely home. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Barbara. It's fun to share. It's really not. It's just a vinyl-sided plain cookie cutter house. You know, it's like a, it's not even, I mean, it was custom built, but it was one of those like a package thing, but the people that build it had builders. They didn't have the package people do it, so they made some changes, but it's nothing great. But you know what makes it great is your things, and anybody can do that with their house. Just have your things be pretty, and it kind of hides the cookie cutterness of it a little bit, and definitely there's a lot of personality here in this one for sure. Thank you, Vonnie. Let me see. Sharon. Hi, Sharon. And Elizabeth loves it. Thank you so much. Let me see here. Who else? What is on the top of the tree? Kathy, I added my paper mache hat. That's been the largest one that I can find so far. I'm watching for a bigger one. It's a caroler's hat, and it was paper mache. And then I decorated it with old book pages, and then I added some clock faces there that you can see, and then I added some glass glitter, and then I added muslin shreds to make the tails really, 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 really long all the way down the tree. So there you go. That's what's on the top of my tree. And it seems to be a nice size for this one. You don't have Instagram? Yes, Susan. So there you go. I'm glad that you got to see it here. Thank you, Karen. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Merry Christmas, Robin. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hello from Greer, South Carolina. I'm glad you hopped on, Esther. Yes, I am a crafter for sure, for sure. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I think it's just the little touches that anyone can do, and that's why I love sharing things with you guys. Nothing to do with Christmas, but I love what you did to my sun porch a few years ago. Oh, Mary. Hi, Mary. Thank you so much. It was so much fun to do your sun porch. I remember it vividly. Yes. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Cynthia. You're going to share to a group. Thank you, Shauna. The topper is awesome. Thank you. I love the topper. Merry Christmas, Tanya. Thanks, Sharon. Yes, Merry Christmas to everybody. That's so nice, Nancy. That's so nice. Thank you, Bonnie. See, there we go. Okay, we're to the end. So guess what I'm doing next, you guys? I'm so excited. So my daughter Summer is here with her little dog Fox, and we are all packing up. We're going to grab my mom, and we're going to head to the airport and pick up Abby. So my youngest daughter is coming to town, and she loves to do these videos, so I'll probably back on sometime with Abby before she heads out the following Monday. But I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, just in case time gets away from us, because we are all super busy right now, and there is no doubt about that. So in case I don't see you, Merry Christmas. And if I'm back, then I'll just tell you Merry Christmas again. Have a great night. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.